Every day we fight a battle between lack and abundance. It's an invisible war, one that rages inside our minds and hearts. On one side, there's the constant pull of scarcity, fear, and the belief that there's never enough. On the other side, there's the radiant power of abundance, the truth that the universe is infinite, and wealth, joy, and opportunities are our divine birthright. This battle often feels exhausting, and many are trapped, unaware that the true enemy isn't external, it's internal. The real obstacle standing between you and the wealth you deserve are the wealth blocks you carry within. Wealth blocks are not the result of your circumstances or the economy. They are internal. They are limiting beliefs and unconscious programming that you've inherited throughout your life. Beliefs like money is hard to come by, I don't deserve wealth, or there's not enough to go around. These thoughts are the walls you've built around your own potential, and the longer you hold on to them, the more they prevent you from stepping into your divine inheritance of prosperity. This is where the teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn come into play. She was a pioneer in spiritual prosperity, teaching us that we are not bound by our past or our limiting beliefs. Through her wisdom, she showed us that we have the power to break free from these blocks. Shinn taught that true prosperity comes when we align with divine principles, clearing away the mental and emotional debris that stands in the way of receiving wealth. Through faith, affirmations, and spiritual practices, we can shift from scarcity to abundance, unlocking the flow of divine prosperity in every area of our lives. Now I invite you to make a conscious commitment to release those blocks and step into the flow of abundance. Type "I am ready to release my wealth blocks" in the comments below, and set your intention to break free from scarcity. Let this be the first step in your journey toward divine prosperity. Wealth blocks are the silent saboteurs of prosperity, hidden deep within our subconscious minds, holding us back from experiencing the divine abundance that is rightfully ours. These blocks are limiting beliefs, fears, and negative thought patterns that prevent the flow of prosperity and wealth into our lives. Wealth blocks are not about external circumstances, they are about how we think, feel, and believe about money, success, and abundance. So, what exactly are wealth blocks? They are those inner beliefs and thought patterns that keep us in a state of lack. They tell us that money is hard to come by, or that we don't deserve wealth. They create a barrier that separates us from the flow of divine prosperity, trapping us in a cycle of financial struggle. Wealth blocks are the negative programs running in the background of our minds, often without our conscious awareness, that shape how we approach our finances and opportunities. Beliefs like money is scarce or I don't deserve wealth are the foundation of most wealth blocks. These beliefs, which we may have absorbed from our families, society, or past experiences, become deeply embedded in our subconscious minds. Over time, they create a lens through which we view the world, a lens that distorts our reality and prevents us from seeing the abundance that is all around us. For example, imagine growing up in a household where money was always tight. You may have heard phrases like, "We can't afford this," or "money doesn't grow on trees." These phrases, though said in passing, carry deep psychological weight. They program your mind to believe that money is limited and hard to come by. As a result, even as an adult, you may find yourself struggling to attract wealth, feeling like there is never enough, and constantly worrying about finances. You may even sabotage your own success because on a subconscious level, you believe you don't deserve to have more than enough. Similarly, many people carry the belief of unworthiness, the idea that wealth is for other people, not for me. This belief can stem from feelings of guilt or low self-worth, often rooted in childhood experiences. Perhaps you were told that rich people are greedy or that money is the root of all evil. These beliefs create a mental barrier that makes it difficult for you to open up to the idea of receiving abundance. Even if opportunities arise, you may unconsciously reject them because you don't believe you are worthy of the wealth that is available to you. This is the pattern. Limiting beliefs create wealth blocks. These blocks then prevent the free flow of prosperity into your life, keeping you trapped in a cycle of financial struggle. When you believe that money is scarce, hard to get, or that you don't deserve it, you are actively blocking yourself from receiving wealth. The universe, in its infinite abundance, is always ready to deliver, but your beliefs and fears are the walls that prevent the flow of abundance. Now let's discuss why understanding these blocks is so important. Many people go through life without ever recognizing the wealth blocks that are holding them back. They struggle financially, yet they don't realize that the root cause is their belief system. They may think that they're just unlucky, or that the economy is the problem. But the truth is that the universe is abundant, and there is more than enough wealth to go around. The only thing standing between you and that wealth is your own mindset. Understanding wealth blocks is the first step toward releasing them. Awareness is power. Once you understand that your limiting beliefs are the cause of your financial struggles, you can begin to take action to release them. By shining a light on these subconscious beliefs, you can replace them with empowering beliefs that align with divine abundance. This is where the work of transformation begins. For instance, if you've always believed that money is hard to come by, start shifting your perspective. Begin to consciously replace that thought with one that aligns with abundance. Money flows easily and effortlessly to me. Every time that old belief of scarcity pops up, replace it with a new affirmation that affirms your worthiness of wealth. The more you repeat these new beliefs, the more you will begin to see the abundance that was always available to you. Let's take the example of Chris, who spent years struggling with debt and financial insecurity. Chris grew up hearing money doesn't grow on trees, and you have to work hard for every penny. These beliefs led him to a life of stress and constant financial struggle. He worked long hours, but no matter how hard he worked, it seemed like there was never enough money to go around. It wasn't until Chris understood that his beliefs were the root cause of his financial struggles that his life began to change. Chris began practicing daily affirmations and repeating the 10 words, "I am open to receive all the wealth the universe has for me." He started to change his beliefs about money, replacing scarcity with abundance. Slowly but surely, opportunities began to present themselves. Chris received an unexpected raise at work, and soon after he started a side business that took off. By releasing his wealth blocks and shifting his mindset, Chris opened the door to the flow of divine abundance, and his financial situation transformed in ways he never imagined possible. So, how can you begin to identify and release your own wealth blocks? Start by reflecting on any limiting beliefs you may hold about money. Ask yourself, what do I truly believe about wealth? Do you believe that money is scarce or hard to come by? Do you feel that you're not worthy of financial abundance? Are there past experiences or messages that have shaped these beliefs? Once you've identified these beliefs, acknowledge them without judgment. Awareness is the first step toward healing. Then, replace these beliefs with empowering thoughts that align with abundance. Every day, practice your morning declarations and affirmations to shift your mindset. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more your subconscious mind will accept them as truth, and the more you will begin to see prosperity flow into your life. I encourage you to reflect on your own limiting beliefs about money. What are the beliefs that have held you back from receiving the wealth you deserve? Comment, "I am releasing all wealth blocks" below, and let's commit to shifting our mindset and embracing the flow of divine abundance together. Wealth blocks are often viewed through a psychological lens, limiting beliefs, fears, and negative thought patterns that we accumulate throughout our lives. However, wealth blocks are not just psychological in nature, they are deeply spiritual as well. Spiritual blocks are the energetic barriers that prevent the flow of divine abundance, and they often stem from the beliefs we adopt about money early in life. These beliefs, formed by our family, society, and past experiences, can be deeply embedded in our subconscious, creating energetic blockages that prevent prosperity from entering our lives. The truth is that money is not inherently spiritual or material. It is a current of energy that flows freely in the universe. But when we block that flow with negative or limiting beliefs, we essentially create a spiritual obstruction that keeps us from experiencing the fullness of divine wealth. Wealth blocks are energetic in the sense that they alter the frequency of our thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about money. They hold us in a lower vibration of fear, lack, and scarcity, which creates a reality that mirrors those beliefs. To truly understand the spiritual roots of wealth blocks, we need to examine how our beliefs about money are formed. Most of us don't come into the world with an inherent fear or limiting belief about money. These beliefs are taught to us by the people around us, especially during our formative years. Family, culture, and society play a significant role in shaping our perceptions of money. For example, if you grew up in a family where money was always a source of stress or conflict, you may have adopted the belief that money is the root of all evil, or that it's difficult to have enough. These messages, whether spoken or implicit, become part of your spiritual blueprint. As children, we are highly impressionable, and we often absorb the energy around us without understanding the implications it has on our future. A child who constantly hears, "We can't afford that," or "money doesn't grow on trees," may grow up believing that wealth is limited and difficult to attain. Similarly, societal influences also contribute to wealth blocks. The media, advertisements, and social conditioning reinforce ideas about what wealth looks like, who deserves it, and how it should be obtained. Society often sends the message that money is scarce, that it's something that must be worked for through struggle, and that only a privileged few are truly wealthy. These beliefs become ingrained in our energy field, creating a spiritual blockage that prevents us from fully embracing the flow of prosperity. The truth is, the universe is abundant. There is more than enough wealth, love, success, and opportunity for everyone. But the beliefs we hold about money, rooted in fear, scarcity, and lack, create energy blocks that keep us from experiencing that abundance. These blocks don't just reside in our thoughts, they are deeply embedded in our energy, and they influence how we attract wealth and opportunities into our lives. Understanding that wealth blocks are energetic and spiritual in nature is the first step to clearing them. Just as we can clean up our thoughts and beliefs through mindset shifts, we can also clear our energetic blocks through spiritual practices. These practices help shift our vibration from one of lack and fear to one of abundance and flow. One of the most powerful tools for clearing wealth blocks is affirmations. Spoken affirmations, especially when they are said with conviction and belief, are a direct way to reprogram the subconscious mind. By consistently repeating affirmations, such as "I am open to receive all the wealth the universe has for me," or "Money flows to me effortlessly and abundantly," we begin to shift the energy around money. These affirmations are not just words, they are spiritual declarations that send out vibrations into the universe, aligning us with the flow of abundance. Along with affirmations, meditation and visualization are powerful practices for releasing wealth blocks. Meditation allows you to quiet your mind, tune into your inner wisdom, and connect with the infinite source of abundance. Through visualization, you can see yourself living a life of abundance, experiencing wealth, success, and freedom, and begin to align your energy with that vision. These spiritual practices help you clear the old energy that is blocking your prosperity and open yourself up to receiving divine wealth. The practice of clearing spiritual wealth blocks is rooted in mindset shifts. As we begin to shift our beliefs from scarcity to abundance, we open the channels of our spiritual and energetic bodies to receive the wealth that is already available. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice and faith in the process, you begin to see the flow of prosperity increase in your life. For instance, let's look at Rachel, who had been struggling financially for years. She grew up in a family where money was always tight, and she subconsciously adopted the belief that money was difficult to earn and wealth was for others, not for her. Rachel's finances reflected these beliefs. She could never seem to get ahead, and opportunities always seemed out of reach. One day, Rachel decided to take action. She began to practice daily affirmations, repeating the words, "I am worthy of divine abundance, and I am open to receive all the wealth the universe has for me." She also started meditating to release her fears and doubts about money. With time, Rachel noticed a shift in her energy. She began to feel more confident, more open, and more receptive to financial opportunities. Within a few weeks, she received an unexpected job offer, and soon after, she found a side hustle that significantly increased her income. Rachel's spiritual transformation was the key to releasing her wealth blocks and stepping into the flow of divine abundance. Imagine two lives side by side. One is filled with the energy of scarcity, where every decision is influenced by fear. Fear of not having enough, fear of not being worthy, fear of making the wrong choice. In this life, wealth is always just out of reach, and opportunities seem to pass by without being noticed. This is the life that wealth blocks create, a life of constant struggle, anxiety, and missed opportunity. On the other hand, the life aligned with abundance is filled with peace, trust, and flow. In this life, wealth and opportunities come effortlessly. The individual is open to receiving and expecting prosperity to flow in every direction. Every action is taken with faith and confidence, and each new opportunity is embraced as another step toward divine abundance. When you release your wealth blocks, you step into this life of alignment and flow, and the universe begins to respond by delivering everything you need. Now I want you to reflect on the limiting beliefs you may hold about money. What are the beliefs that have been blocking your flow of prosperity? Take a moment to acknowledge them, and then comment, "I am releasing all wealth blocks below." Let's commit together to remove these spiritual obstacles and open ourselves up to the divine flow of abundance. Prosperity begins in the mind. This foundational principle is the first step toward unlocking divine abundance in every area of your life. Prosperity is not merely about accumulating wealth or material possessions. It is about creating an internal environment that is aligned with abundance. The thoughts you hold, the beliefs you cultivate, and the mindset you adopt will ultimately determine the flow of wealth and opportunities into your life. In essence, the mind is the gateway to your prosperity. Your mindset shapes your perception of the world and determines how you react to circumstances. It's the lens through which you see everything, and it influences the actions you take, the decisions you make, and the opportunities you seize. The law of mindset teaches us that what we think, we become. The beliefs you hold about money, success, and worthiness become your reality. A wealth mindset is the belief that prosperity is limitless and always available to you. It's the understanding that there is always enough resources, enough opportunities, enough love, and enough success. When you cultivate a wealth mindset, you align yourself with divine abundance, creating an open channel for prosperity to flow freely into your life. On the other hand, a scarcity mindset is rooted in the belief that there is never enough. It's the perception that wealth is finite, that others have what you don't, and that your success is limited. This mindset keeps you trapped in a cycle of lack and limitation, where opportunities are missed and the flow of wealth is blocked. When you live with a scarcity mindset, you believe that you must work harder, struggle more, and sacrifice in order to survive or succeed. The contrast between a wealth mindset and a scarcity mindset is stark. The wealth mindset is expansive. It opens you to the infinite possibilities and abundance that are available to you. The scarcity mindset is constricting. It holds you back, keeps you small, and prevents you from stepping into your true potential. The law of mindset tells us that your thoughts, beliefs, and perceptions directly influence the reality you create. By cultivating a wealth mindset, you align your energy with the flow of divine abundance. As you start to believe in your worthiness, in endless possibilities, and in your divine connection to prosperity, you open the channel for wealth to flow naturally into your life. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds to the energy you put out. If your mindset is focused on abundance, then abundance will be attracted to you. If your mindset is focused on lack, then lack will follow you. This is why the law of mindset is so powerful. Your thoughts are magnetic. They attract the energy that matches your internal beliefs. Consider the following example. Lisa had always struggled financially. No matter how hard she worked, her income never seemed to increase, and she was constantly worried about money. She carried the belief that money was hard to come by, and that it was always a struggle to make ends meet. Every day, she woke up feeling like she had to fight for every dollar. As a result, she kept attracting situations that reflected that belief. Late bills, financial stress, and missed opportunities. One day, Lisa learned about the power of mindset and decided to make a change. She committed to shifting her thoughts from scarcity to abundance. Every morning, she began to repeat the affirmation, "I am worthy of divine abundance." She also visualized herself living in financial freedom, seeing herself paying off debts, enjoying travel, and living a life of prosperity and ease. At first, Lisa felt uncomfortable. It was hard to believe that abundance was her birthright, especially when her reality was so far from it. But she stayed committed. Over time, her thought patterns began to shift. She started seeing money as an open flow rather than something she had to fight for. Gradually, her financial situation began to improve. Unexpected income opportunities appeared, and she found herself attracting people, resources, and opportunities that aligned with her new belief of abundance. Lisa's mindset shift created an energetic alignment with the universe, and that alignment opened the doors to prosperity. Shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance is not an overnight process. It requires consistent practice, faith, and intentionality. Here are practical steps you can take to transform your mindset and begin aligning with divine wealth. Affirmations are one of the most powerful tools for changing your mindset. By repeating positive wealth-affirming statements every day, you reprogram your subconscious mind and begin to cultivate an abundance mindset. Start with affirmations like, I am worthy of divine abundance. I believe in my limitless wealth. Abundance flows to me effortless and easily. Say these affirmations out loud every morning. Feel the truth of them in your bones. As you consistently affirm these truths, your belief system will start to shift, and your outer reality will begin to reflect your new mindset. Visualization is a powerful practice that helps you create a mental image of your desired outcome. By seeing yourself already living the life you desire, you begin to feel the emotions associated with abundance, gratitude, joy, and excitement. Take a few minutes every day to visualize your financial freedom. Imagine yourself paying off all your debts, receiving unexpected income, and living in ease. The more vivid and emotional your visualization, the more powerful it will be in shifting your mindset. Gratitude is a high-frequency emotion that attracts more of what you are thankful for. Start every day by listing things you are grateful for, whether it's your health, relationships, or the small wins you experience. By focusing on what you already have, you shift your attention away from what's lacking and bring more abundance into your life. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset. If you are constantly surrounded by people, situations, or media that focus on lack and limitation, it will be harder to cultivate a wealth mindset. Surround yourself with positivity, abundance-minded individuals, and media that supports your new mindset. Feed your mind with messages of success, wealth, and prosperity. A wealth mindset is not just about thinking positively, it's also about taking action. The universe responds to inspired action, so when you receive ideas or opportunities, whether it's making a financial investment, starting a side business, or applying for a new job, taking action aligns you with the flow of prosperity. Trust that every small step you take will bring you closer to your financial goals. When you live with a scarcity mindset, you constantly feel like you have to fight for what you need. You look at the world as a place of limited resources, and you feel like you're competing for a slice of the pie. This mindset keeps you stuck in a cycle of financial stress and struggle. It causes you to make decisions out of fear, which only perpetuates the cycle of lack. In contrast, when you cultivate an abundance mindset, you view the world as a place of infinite possibility. You know that there is always enough wealth, enough opportunities, enough resources for everyone. With this mindset, you act out of faith, trust, and confidence, and the universe responds by delivering more opportunities and wealth into your life. Abundance becomes your reality, and opportunities flow to you effortlessly. Now I challenge you to take action in shifting your mindset. Repeat the affirmations. I am worthy of divine abundance, and I believe in my limitless wealth daily for the next 7 days. Watch how these words begin to shift your energy and attract abundance into your life. Comment, I am worthy of divine abundance, below and share your commitment to embracing an abundance mindset. Faith is the key that unlocks the door to prosperity. It is the essential component of manifestation, the force that moves mountains and opens the channels through which divine abundance flows into your life. In the world of spiritual wealth, faith is not just a vague hope or wish, it is the unwavering belief that what you seek is already on its way to you. Faith is a powerful force that aligns your thoughts, your energy, and your actions with the divine flow of wealth. The law of faith teaches us that, without faith, there is no manifestation. You cannot expect something you do not believe is possible. Faith is the foundation upon which all manifestation is built. When you have faith in divine abundance, you are sending a clear message to the universe that you trust it to provide for you. This trust activates the flow of prosperity and opens your heart and mind to receiving wealth. Faith is more than just believing that you will one day receive wealth. Faith is believing that the wealth is already yours. It is an internal certainty that abundance is your divine birthright, and that everything you need is already aligned with you. Faith fuels your belief in the law of expectancy, which teaches that you will receive exactly what you expect. When you believe that you are worthy of wealth, you expect wealth, and the universe responds accordingly. One of the most powerful shifts you can make in your life is the transition from fear of lack to confidence in receiving wealth. Fear of lack is one of the greatest obstacles to financial abundance. When you fear that there is not enough, when you believe that wealth is limited, you block the flow of prosperity. Fear of lack keeps you stuck in a cycle of scarcity, where you constantly worry about how you will make ends meet, how you will pay your bills, or how you will achieve your goals. However, when you have faith in divine abundance, you shift from fear to confidence. You trust that wealth is not only available to you, but is actively on its way. This shift from fear to faith is what opens the door to prosperity. Faith in divine abundance allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It gives you the confidence to take bold actions and trust that the universe is working in your favor. When you believe that the universe has your back, your energy becomes magnetic, attracting the people, opportunities, and resources you need to create financial success. The law of expectancy is built on the foundation of faith. Expectancy is the belief that something will come to you because you know it is already yours. When you have faith, you no longer have to worry about how or when wealth will arrive. Faith allows you to expect that it will show up exactly when it needs to. Think of it as planting a seed in the ground. When you plant a seed, you have faith that it will grow. You don't doubt it. You don't worry about whether the seed will sprout or when it will bloom. You trust that with time, the seed will grow into a plant. This is the same way faith works in manifesting wealth. You plant your desire, you trust in the divine timing, and you allow it to grow. There are countless stories of individuals who transformed their financial realities by strengthening their faith and trusting the universe to deliver. Let's look at a few examples. John had been living in debt for years. No matter how hard he worked or how many hours he put in, his financial situation never seemed to improve. He had grown up in a family that struggled with money, and deep down, he believed that financial success was not for people like him. He lived in fear of never being able to get ahead, and his lack of faith in divine abundance kept him trapped in a cycle of financial struggle. One day, John came across a teaching about the power of faith in manifesting abundance. He was skeptical at first but decided to give it a try. He began practicing daily affirmations, including, "I trust in divine wealth," and "I am worthy of financial freedom." Slowly but surely, John's mindset began to shift. He started to have faith that his financial breakthrough was on its way. As he continued to strengthen his faith, opportunities began to appear, new job offers, side businesses, and ways to reduce his debt. His faith in divine abundance created an open channel for wealth to flow into his life. Within a year, John was completely debt-free and was living in financial freedom. His story is a testament to the power of faith in shifting from fear to confidence and attracting the abundance you deserve. Maria had been stuck in the same job for years. She felt unfulfilled, underpaid, and unsure of her future. Despite her desire to change careers, she was terrified of taking the leap. She believed that changing careers at her age was too risky and that she would never be successful in a new field. But Maria decided to take a step toward changing her mindset. She began practicing daily affirmations like, "I trust in divine guidance, and I am open to new opportunities." Slowly, her faith in herself and the universe grew. She took a leap of faith and applied for a new position in a field she was passionate about. Within weeks, Maria received a job offer for a position that was not only higher paying but also aligned with her true calling. Her faith in divine abundance allowed her to take bold action, and the universe responded by delivering the opportunities she needed to fulfill her dreams. Now that you understand the power of faith, it's time to strengthen your own belief in divine wealth. Here are a few practical steps to help you cultivate faith in the abundance of the universe. Begin each day by speaking your affirmations out loud with conviction. The more you say, "I trust in divine wealth," the more you activate the flow of prosperity. Say these affirmations with faith. Feel the truth of these words as you say them. Let them sink deep into your subconscious mind. Take time each day to visualize your life, filled with wealth, success, and freedom. See yourself achieving your financial goals and living in abundance, Visualization strengthens your faith by helping you see your desires already manifesting. Trust that the universe knows when and how to deliver your desires. Have faith that your manifestations will arrive at the perfect time. Don't rush or force the process. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Faith without action is stagnant. When you feel inspired to take action, trust that it is part of the manifestation process. Even small steps toward your goals show the universe that you are ready and willing to receive. Faith requires consistency. The more consistently you reinforce your belief in divine abundance, the more powerful it becomes. Keep affirming your worth, visualizing your prosperity, and trusting the universe to deliver what you need. I encourage you to strengthen your faith by repeating the affirmation, "I trust in divine wealth," every day for the next 7 days. Comment "I trust in divine wealth" below, and let's create a community of individuals committed to faith in abundance. As you practice this affirmation, feel it in your bones and know that the universe is always working in your favor. Fear is one of the most powerful forces in our lives. It can be paralyzing, keeping us stuck in a state of inaction, and preventing us from achieving our goals and desires. When it comes to wealth, fear can be one of the most insidious blocks to prosperity. The fear of money is an emotional and energetic barrier that keeps individuals from fully embracing abundance. It creates resistance to wealth and often leads to self-sabotaging behaviors, such as avoiding financial decisions, procrastinating on money matters, or even attracting financial crises. In order to truly manifest divine abundance, we must confront and release the fear of money that holds us back. The fear of money often arises from past experiences, societal conditioning, and limiting beliefs about wealth. Many people grow up hearing things like "money doesn't grow on trees," or "money is the root of all evil." These statements, whether consciously or unconsciously absorbed, create negative associations with money. Over time, they lead to an internal fear of money that becomes deeply ingrained in the subconscious mind. This fear can manifest in many ways. For some, it results in avoidance, avoiding checking bank balances, avoiding making important financial decisions, or simply ignoring the reality of their financial situation. For others, fear can show up as overwork and stress, where the individual is constantly running after money, feeling like they never have enough. In extreme cases, the fear of money can lead to financial crises, attracting situations that confirm the belief that money is difficult, scarce, or out of reach. The fear of money is self-perpetuating. When we fear money, we create an energetic block that prevents it from flowing into our lives. We make decisions from a place of fear, and the universe responds by creating more situations where we feel lack or struggle. Our fear becomes a vibration that repels the very thing we want to attract: prosperity. Fear of money can show up in a variety of ways, each of which keeps us stuck in a cycle of lack. Here are some common manifestations of this fear. If you find yourself avoiding opening bills, checking your bank account, or making important financial decisions, it may be a sign that you have a fear of money. Fear often leads to avoidance, because facing financial matters can bring up feelings of anxiety, shame, or unworthiness. Fear can also lead to self-sabotaging behaviors, such as procrastinating on money matters or making poor financial decisions. You might find yourself spending impulsively or making financial decisions out of guilt, leading to further stress and difficulty in managing money. People who fear money may often attract financial crises. This can include unexpected expenses, layoffs, or sudden financial emergencies. These situations are not coincidental. They are energetic responses to the fear of money, reinforcing the belief that wealth is hard to attain or maintain. At its core, the fear of money often stems from a belief in unworthiness, the idea that you are not deserving of wealth or prosperity. This belief keeps you from receiving abundance and prevents you from fully stepping into your financial power. Some people deal with their fear of money by overworking, believing that they must work themselves into exhaustion in order to earn enough. This can lead to burnout and a constant state of stress, where money never feels safe or abundant. To break free from the fear of money, we must first acknowledge it and then take deliberate steps to shift our mindset and energy. This transformation starts with awareness and intentionality. Here are some practical steps to release the fear of money and begin to step into your power of financial prosperity. Affirmations are powerful tools for reprogramming the subconscious mind. When we repeat positive statements consistently, we begin to shift our beliefs from fear to abundance. To release the fear of money, start with affirmations like, I am worthy of financial abundance. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I trust that I am always supported by the universe. I release all fear and resistance to money. Say these affirmations daily, especially in the morning and before bed. Feel the truth of these words as you say them, allowing them to replace the old limiting beliefs you have about money. Over time, these affirmations will become a natural part of your thought patterns, helping to shift your relationship with money from one of fear to one of empowerment. Meditation is an incredibly effective way to release fear and calm the mind. Through meditation, you can connect with your inner self and release the energetic blocks that are keeping you from receiving wealth. Set aside time each day to meditate on your relationship with money. Focus on your breath, and as you inhale, imagine drawing in abundance. As you exhale, imagine releasing fear and scarcity. Visualize yourself surrounded by wealth, feeling calm, confident, and at peace with your financial situation. Meditation helps you tap into the divine flow of abundance, aligning your energy with prosperity and peace. As you meditate, focus on replacing thoughts of lack with thoughts of plenty. Visualization is a powerful practice for shifting your mindset and aligning with your desires. Take time each day to visualize yourself living in abundance. Picture yourself paying off debts, enjoying financial freedom, and living a life where money is no longer a source of stress. The more vividly you imagine this reality, the more it becomes embedded in your subconscious mind. As you visualize, focus on how you would feel in this abundant life, the joy, the freedom, the peace. Feel the emotions of abundance as if they are already your reality. This practice helps to rewire your mind and attracts opportunities for wealth into your life. Release the fear of money by taking small, empowered steps in your financial life. Start with simple actions like setting a budget, reviewing your bank statements, or making a plan for your financial goals. Taking action helps you shift from a place of fear and avoidance to a place of empowerment and control. Small, consistent actions show the universe that you are serious about shifting your financial reality. Over time, these steps will help you build confidence and reduce the fear surrounding money. Remember that the universe has your back. Trust that abundance is already on its way, and release the need to control how and when it will arrive. The fear of money often comes from a lack of trust in the universe's plan. When you trust in divine timing and support, you open yourself up to receiving wealth in unexpected and magical ways. Let go of fear and trust that everything is unfolding perfectly for you. Living in fear of money keeps you stuck in a cycle of lack, anxiety, and self-sabotage. You avoid financial decisions, you fear spending money, and you constantly worry about your financial future. This fear creates an energetic block that repels the abundance you deserve. On the other hand, living in empowerment means trusting that you are worthy of wealth and that the universe is always supporting you. When you release the fear of money, you open up the floodgates for prosperity. You make confident financial decisions, you trust in your ability to attract wealth, and you step into the flow of abundance that is always available to you. Now I invite you to reflect on your own money fears. What are the beliefs or fears that have been holding you back? Comment, I am releasing my fear of money below, and commit to shifting from fear to empowerment. Repeat this affirmation every day for the next 7 days, and watch how your relationship with money transforms. One of the most prevalent and deeply ingrained wealth blocks is the belief that money is hard to earn. This belief is often rooted in the notion that wealth must be struggled for, sacrificed for, or earned through tremendous effort. Money doesn't grow on trees is a phrase many of us have heard and likely internalized throughout our lives. This belief is powerful, and it keeps us stuck in a perpetual cycle of overwork, stress, and struggle. The truth is, this belief is misaligned with the divine flow of abundance, and until we shift it, we will continue to attract financial hardship rather than ease and prosperity. The belief that money is hard to earn often stems from societal conditioning and personal experiences. Growing up, many of us were taught that wealth is earned through hard work and sacrifice. From an early age, we are told that the more effort we put into something, the greater the reward. While hard work is important, this belief can become harmful when it leads us to believe that we must constantly struggle to achieve financial success. This belief is further reinforced by cultural messages that associate wealth with struggle. We hear stories of successful individuals who worked tirelessly, made countless sacrifices, and endured immense hardship to achieve their financial goals. These stories often present an image of wealth as something earned through suffering, rather than something that flows effortlessly into our lives when we are aligned with divine principles. On a deeper level, this belief can be linked to the idea that we are not worthy of receiving abundance easily. This belief convinces us that we must prove our worth by working harder, doing more, and sacrificing our time and energy. It leads us to view money as something that is earned only through sweat, labor, and personal sacrifice. Let's examine the contrast between the belief that money is hard to earn and the divine reality of effortless abundance. When we believe that money is scarce and hard to come by, we create resistance to wealth. We work harder, try to force opportunities into existence, and burn ourselves out in the process. This creates a cycle of stress, anxiety, and frustration, where money becomes something we must constantly chase, never feeling fully satisfied or abundant. In contrast, when we align ourselves with divine abundance, we open the door for wealth to flow to us effortlessly. Money is not something we must chase or fight for. It is something we are born worthy of receiving. When we release the belief that money must be earned through struggle, we begin to see how easily wealth can flow into our lives. Opportunities appear unexpectedly, resources are made available to us, and most importantly, we begin to feel at ease with our financial situation. When you shift from struggling for money to receiving it effortlessly, you enter a state of grace and abundance. This is not about avoiding hard work or responsibility, but about releasing the belief that money is inherently hard to earn. When you align with divine abundance, you begin to see opportunities with ease, attract resources with grace, and manifest wealth without exhausting effort. The key to breaking free from this wealth block is to release the belief that money is hard to earn and replace it with the understanding that abundance is your divine birthright. Here are practical steps to shift your mindset from one of struggle to one of effortless abundance. The first step in releasing the belief that money is hard to earn is to reprogram your mind using positive, abundance-focused affirmations. Affirmations are powerful tools for shifting your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Here are some powerful affirmations to begin with. Money comes easily to me. I am worthy of divine abundance. I release all beliefs that money must be earned through struggle. Wealth flows to me effortlessly. I attract money with ease and grace. Repeat these affirmations daily, especially when you feel yourself slipping back into a mindset of lack or struggle. Speak these words with conviction and believe in their power to shift your reality. Visualization is a powerful practice that helps you manifest the abundance you desire by aligning your energy with the reality you want to create. Take time each day to visualize yourself living a life of effortless wealth. See yourself waking up each day with a sense of peace and gratitude, knowing that money is flowing freely into your life. Visualize receiving checks in the mail, unexpected opportunities arising, and your financial situation improving with ease. Feel the emotions of living in financial freedom, the joy, the excitement, and the peace that comes with knowing that money is never a source of stress. The more you visualize, the more your energy will align with the abundance you desire. One of the reasons we associate money with struggle is because we often believe that we must earn money through hard work or sacrifice. This belief keeps us trapped in a cycle of overwork and stress. The truth is, money is a reflection of value, and you can attract wealth by focusing on the value you provide. When you focus on delivering value, whether it's through your work, your talents, or your creativity, you naturally attract the wealth that comes with it. Shift your perspective by asking yourself, how can I serve others and provide value in the world? Whether it's offering a service, creating a product, or sharing your expertise, the more value you offer, the more wealth will flow to you effortlessly. Many times we get frustrated when wealth doesn't show up immediately or in the exact form we expect. This frustration often stems from the belief that money must be earned through fast action or hard work. But the universe works on its own timing, and divine timing is always perfect. Trust that wealth is on its way to you at exactly the right moment. By releasing the need to rush or force wealth to appear, you open yourself up to receiving money effortlessly. Trust that as you align with divine abundance, the right opportunities will come at the perfect time. While manifesting wealth can feel effortless, it's important to take inspired action when opportunities arise. Inspired action is action that feels right, that excites you, and that flows with ease. When you follow your intuition and take action aligned with your goals, wealth will follow. This action feels natural and fulfilling, not forced or exhausting. Take the small steps that feel aligned with your financial goals, and trust that the universe will support you every step of the way. As you continue to take action, the flow of abundance will become easier and more consistent. When you are trapped in the belief that money is hard to earn, you will find yourself constantly struggling to make ends meet. You may work long hours, sacrifice your well-being, and still feel like you're not getting ahead. This belief keeps you in a constant state of lack and resistance, preventing wealth from flowing freely into your life. On the other hand, when you release this belief and begin to trust in the flow of divine abundance, you align yourself with the natural flow of wealth. Opportunities appear with ease, your financial situation improves, and money begins to flow effortlessly into your life. The universe rewards alignment with abundance, and as you let go of struggle, you step into the flow of prosperity and ease. Now I invite you to release the belief that money is hard to earn. Comment, "Money comes easily to me," below, and practice this belief daily for the next 7 days. Feel the power of these words as you speak them, and watch how your financial reality shifts to reflect the truth of divine abundance. The belief of unworthiness is one of the most powerful and insidious wealth blocks that keeps many individuals from receiving the financial blessings and abundance they deserve. It is a belief that says, "I am not deserving of wealth, success, or happiness." This belief, though often subconscious, runs deep in the minds of many, causing them to reject prosperity and limit their potential. Unworthiness is not just a psychological concept, it's a spiritual block that cuts you off from the divine flow of abundance. The belief of unworthiness often takes root early in life, usually in childhood. Family dynamics, societal messages, and past experiences can create a deep sense of not being good enough or not deserving of success. Children are incredibly impressionable, and messages of scarcity, struggle, or limitation are absorbed quickly. If you grew up in an environment where money was always scarce, or if you were told that only certain people deserve wealth, you may have internalized the belief that wealth and success are not for you. In many cases, this belief is tied to feelings of low self-esteem or lack of self-love. If we don't feel worthy of love, success, or happiness, then it stands to reason that we would not feel worthy of financial abundance either. When you feel unworthy, you subconsciously push away opportunities for prosperity. Your energy is not aligned with the divine flow of abundance. Instead, it is aligned with lack and limitation. As a result, even when opportunities arise, you may find yourself rejecting them or self-sabotaging because deep down, you don't believe you deserve to succeed or thrive. The belief of unworthiness creates a vibrational mismatch. The universe operates on the law of attraction, which means that we attract what we believe we deserve. If you believe that you are unworthy of wealth, you will attract situations that affirm that belief. Financial struggles, missed opportunities, and feelings of inadequacy. The longer this belief goes unchallenged, the more it reinforces itself, creating a cycle of lack and scarcity. The belief of unworthiness often manifests in various ways, and these manifestations keep us stuck in a cycle of limitation. Here are a few common ways this belief shows up in our lives. You may find yourself constantly sabotaging your own success, even when opportunities arise. Whether it's procrastination, avoiding important financial decisions, or undercharging for your services, the belief of unworthiness often leads to self-destructive patterns. You may even achieve success, but then unknowingly undermine your progress, because deep down, you don't feel deserving of it. Some individuals with the belief of unworthiness fear success. They believe that if they become too successful, they will be judged or criticized. This fear of success often leads to avoidance, where individuals may reject promotions, opportunities, or projects that could lead to financial growth. The belief that success is unattainable or undeserved leads to a reluctance to embrace prosperity. The belief of unworthiness can also manifest as persistent financial struggles. Even if you are working hard, you may find that no matter what you do, the money never seems to come easily. This is because your energy is not aligned with receiving. When you feel unworthy, you attract situations that mirror that belief. Constant bills, debts, or missed financial opportunities. People who struggle with feelings of unworthiness may often feel uncomfortable discussing money. They might shy away from asking for what they are worth, undercharging for their services, or accepting payment with guilt. This is a clear sign of the unworthiness block in action, the belief that one does not deserve the financial rewards they are offering to the world. Now that we've identified how the belief of unworthiness manifests, it's time to shift this belief and open ourselves up to receiving the wealth we deserve. Releasing the belief of unworthiness takes intention, self-love, and spiritual practices that reprogram your mind and energy. Here are several powerful practices to help you release the belief of unworthiness. The first step in releasing the belief of unworthiness is to reprogram your subconscious mind with affirmations of worthiness. Affirmations are powerful tools for shifting your energy and beliefs. When you say affirmations like, "I am worthy of all the wealth the universe has for me," or "I deserve to live a life of abundance and prosperity," you begin to retrain your mind to accept the idea that wealth and success are rightfully yours. Make it a daily practice to say affirmations of worthiness and abundance. The more you affirm your worthiness, the more you begin to see it reflected in your life. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for shifting from unworthiness to worthiness. When you practice gratitude, you are acknowledging the abundance that already exists in your life. Gratitude opens the door to more opportunities, more wealth, more blessings. Every day, take time to reflect on the things you are grateful for, no matter how small they seem. By shifting your focus to what you already have, you are training your subconscious to recognize your deservingness of more. As you express gratitude for the wealth that is already in your life, you align with the abundance that is already on its way. Meditation is a powerful way to release deep-seated beliefs and connect with your inner sense of worth. Spend time each day meditating on your worthiness. Visualize yourself receiving the wealth, love, and success you desire, and feel the emotions of gratitude and self-love that come with it. As you meditate, allow yourself to release any feelings of guilt, shame, or inadequacy that are tied to the belief of unworthiness. Replace them with the feeling of love and acceptance. Know that you are deserving of all the good that the universe has in store for you. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your beliefs about money. If you are constantly surrounded by people, media, or situations that reinforce the idea that wealth is scarce or unavailable to you, it will be harder to release the belief of unworthiness. Instead, surround yourself with people who uplift you and encourage your financial success. Read books, listen to podcasts, and watch videos that focus on abundance and prosperity. The more you fill your mind with positive messages about wealth, the easier it will be to shift your belief system. Taking empowered action is an essential part of releasing the belief of unworthiness. When you take action that aligns with your goals, you send the message to the universe that you believe in your own worthiness. Whether it's asking for a raise, charging what you are worth, or starting a business, taking empowered steps shows that you believe in your value and are ready to receive wealth. When you live with the belief of unworthiness, you constantly feel like success is for others, not you. You struggle to attract wealth, you push away opportunities, and you sabotage your financial progress. This life is filled with fear, self-doubt, and scarcity, and it's a reflection of your internal belief system. On the other hand, when you embrace your worthiness, knowing that you are deserving of all the wealth the universe has to offer, everything changes. You begin to see opportunities everywhere, and you start attracting prosperity with ease. Your actions align with your beliefs, and the universe responds by bringing more abundance into your life. I challenge you to release the belief of unworthiness once and for all. Comment, "I am worthy of all the wealth the universe has for me" below, and repeat this affirmation daily for the next 7 days. Feel the truth of these words as you speak them, and watch as your financial reality begins to shift in alignment with your divine worthiness. One of the most persistent wealth blocks that many people struggle with is the belief in limited resources. This belief creates the illusion of scarcity, a perception that there is not enough wealth to go around. When we believe that resources are limited, we enter into a mindset of competition, where we feel that we must fight for what is available. This belief leads to feelings of jealousy, fear, and lack, and it keeps us from fully embracing the abundance that is naturally available to us. The truth is that wealth is infinite. There is an abundance of money, opportunities, and resources in the world, and the universe is abundant by nature. But when we buy into the belief of limited resources, we block ourselves from experiencing that abundance. We start to see the world as a place of competition, where there is only so much to go around. We start to believe that we must struggle to get ahead, or that others' success comes at our expense. The belief in limited resources creates an illusion, the illusion that there is not enough to go around. When we believe that resources are limited, we become fearful and anxious. We start to hoard our resources, whether it's money, time, or opportunity. We hold on tightly to what we have, afraid that if we let go, we will never have enough. This scarcity mindset manifests in a variety of ways. For example, we may become jealous of others' success, believing that if someone else is successful, there is less success available for us. We may feel resentful or envious when others receive abundance, because deep down we believe that there is a finite amount of wealth, and we are missing out. This belief can lead to fear of running out of money in competition for opportunities, even when the universe is constantly supplying everything we need. In the workplace, the belief in limited resources can show up as a fear of not getting promoted or a reluctance to collaborate, because we see others as competitors. We may hold ourselves back from asking for what we are worth, thinking that there is not enough wealth for everyone to succeed. But this mindset is an illusion, a belief that can be shattered by embracing the truth: wealth is infinite. To break free from the belief of limited resources, we must first shift our focus from scarcity to abundance. The truth is that wealth is abundant and available to everyone. There is more than enough money in the world for everyone to thrive. The universe is constantly in motion, creating and circulating resources and wealth at every moment. Money is energy, and it is meant to flow freely in and out of our lives. The law of circulation teaches us that money and abundance are always in motion. Just as energy flows through the universe, so too does wealth. The more we circulate wealth by giving generously, investing wisely, and sharing opportunities, the more it comes back to us, multiplied. The belief in limited resources keeps us from participating in this natural flow of abundance. But when we align with the law of circulation, we open ourselves up to a continuous flow of prosperity. We must embrace the understanding that the universe does not operate on a system of limited resources. Wealth is infinite, and when we shift our mindset to one of abundance, we stop seeing others as competitors and begin to see them as co-creators of prosperity. There is enough for everyone, and when we open ourselves to abundance, we allow the universe to deliver wealth in countless forms. Here are the steps you can take to release the belief in limited resources and shift your focus to abundance. The first step in overcoming the belief in limited resources is to recognize when it shows up in your thoughts and actions. Pay attention to your thoughts about money, success, and opportunities. Do you think that there is not enough for you, or do you believe that others' success means less for you? Once you identify these thoughts, you can begin to challenge and change them. Start to reframe your beliefs about money and resources. Instead of thinking that money is limited, remind yourself that money is abundant. Affirmations can be an excellent tool for this. Use statements like, "Money flows to me effortlessly and abundantly. There is more than enough wealth for everyone, including me. I am open to receiving infinite wealth." Say these affirmations daily and truly believe in the abundance they represent. The more you affirm these truths, the more your subconscious mind will begin to accept abundance as your reality. One of the most powerful ways to shift from scarcity to abundance is to practice generosity. The law of circulation teaches us that the more we give, the more we receive. When you give, whether it's your time, energy, money, or support, you are actively participating in the flow of abundance. Generosity breaks the cycle of hoarding and reinforces the belief that there is always enough to share. Start small by giving what you can. It might be a charitable donation, offering your services to someone in need, or simply offering a kind word or support. As you practice generosity, you begin to open the floodgates of abundance. and you will start to see how the universe rewards your giving. Shift your focus from scarcity to value. When you see value in the work you do, in the products or services you offer, you begin to attract wealth. Money follows value, not struggle. If you're in business, ask yourself, how can I serve others and offer more value? If you work for someone else, think about how you can increase your value within your job or career. The more value you provide, the more wealth will naturally flow toward you. Finally, trust the flow of abundance. Let go of the fear that money is limited and trust that the universe is always providing. When you let go of control and allow the universe to deliver wealth in its perfect timing, you stop pushing against the flow and start aligning with divine abundance. Trust that everything you need will come to you when you are ready to receive it. When you live with the belief in limited resources, your life is filled with competition, fear, and lack. You believe that there is not enough money, not enough opportunities, and not enough success to go around. This belief keeps you in a state of constant worry, chasing after money, and struggling to get ahead. You may also feel resentment toward others who have what you want, believing that their success means less for you. In contrast, when you embrace the belief that wealth is infinite, you align yourself with the flow of abundance. You begin to see the world as a place of unlimited opportunities where there is more than enough for everyone. You no longer feel the need to compete or struggle for success because you understand that the universe always provides. When you align with abundance, you begin to receive opportunities, resources, and wealth with ease, and your life becomes a reflection of divine flow. I encourage you to release the belief in limited resources and step into the flow of abundance. Comment, I believe in infinite wealth below, and make it a daily practice to affirm this belief. Watch as your mindset shifts, and the universe opens up to provide all the wealth you desire. Trust that the flow of prosperity is infinite, and it is yours to receive. Fear of losing wealth is one of the most common emotional blocks that many people experience once they begin to see financial success. While it's natural to want to protect what you have, the fear of losing wealth can paralyze you and prevent you from truly enjoying the abundance you have worked so hard to achieve. This fear can manifest in hoarding, financial insecurity, and anxiety about the future. Ironically, this fear often leads to the very opposite of what you desire: more stress, less peace of mind, and greater financial instability. The fear of loss is a direct block to the flow of prosperity. When we are afraid of losing what we have, we are essentially closing off the flow of abundance. Instead of circulating wealth and enjoying it, we hold tightly to it, believing that if we let go, we might not get it back. This mindset creates resistance to wealth and prevents us from embracing the freedom that comes with financial abundance. In this section, we'll explore how the fear of losing wealth blocks prosperity and how to release it by embracing trust, gratitude, and detachment from material things. The fear of losing wealth often comes from a place of scarcity, the belief that there is not enough or that money is finite. When we operate from a mindset of scarcity, we become terrified that our wealth will disappear and that we will be left with nothing. This fear often stems from past experiences of financial hardship or trauma, such as losing a job, experiencing a financial crisis, or growing up in an environment where money was scarce. These past experiences can create a deep-seated belief that wealth is fragile and easily lost. The problem with this belief is that it creates an energetic block. When we fear losing money, we act from a place of defensiveness rather than openness. This leads us to make decisions based on fear, such as hoarding our money, avoiding investments, or making choices that reinforce scarcity. We start to view money as something to be protected, rather than something to be circulated, enjoyed, and shared. When we are afraid of losing wealth, we cling to it tightly. But this act of clinging is not in alignment with the natural flow of prosperity. Money, like all forms of energy, is meant to flow freely. When we hold on too tightly, we block that flow, and instead of experiencing the freedom and joy that comes with wealth, we feel trapped, stressed, and anxious. The fear of losing wealth can manifest in many ways. Here are a few common signs that this fear may be present in your life. People who fear losing wealth often resort to hoarding. They may save excessively, avoid spending money, or refuse to invest in opportunities that could bring them greater prosperity. This hoarding mentality comes from a deep-seated belief that money is scarce and must be protected at all costs. Despite having enough wealth, individuals with a fear of loss often experience financial insecurity. They might constantly worry about losing their money or panic when faced with unexpected expenses. They may feel like their wealth could be taken away at any moment, leading to constant anxiety and stress. Fear of losing wealth can lead to missed opportunities. People may avoid taking calculated risks or making investments because they are afraid of losing what they have. Instead of seeing new opportunities as a way to expand and grow their wealth, they view them as threats. When individuals are afraid of losing wealth, they may experience guilt or shame when they spend money, even on things they need. They might feel like they don't deserve to enjoy their wealth, or that spending money is irresponsible. This guilt keeps them from fully experiencing the joy of abundance. Fear of losing wealth often leads to constant worrying about money, even when there is no immediate threat. People who are afraid of losing wealth may spend their days obsessing over their bank accounts, constantly checking their balances or worrying about the future, even when they have enough. Releasing the fear of losing wealth requires shifting our mindset from one of scarcity to one of trust and abundance. Here are practical steps you can take to let go of the fear of losing money and open yourself up to the natural flow of prosperity. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for releasing fear. When we focus on what we are grateful for, we shift our focus from lack to abundance. Each day, take a moment to express gratitude for the wealth you already have. Thank the universe for the money, resources, and opportunities that have come into your life. Gratitude amplifies the energy of abundance, attracting more of what you appreciate into your life. Start a gratitude journal where you write down at least 3 things you're grateful for each day. As you express gratitude for the money you already have, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind to focus on abundance rather than fear. The fear of losing wealth often comes from a deep attachment to material possessions. We begin to identify ourselves with our wealth, believing that our value is tied to the things we own. The key to releasing this fear is to detach from material things and recognize that true wealth is not about what you have, but about who you are. Take time to reflect on what really brings you joy and fulfillment. Is it the stuff you own, or is it the experiences, relationships, and growth you have in your life? When you detach from the material world and focus on inner fulfillment, the fear of losing wealth diminishes. You begin to realize that wealth is just one form of abundance, and that true prosperity comes from within. Trusting in the unlimited abundance of the universe is essential in releasing the fear of losing wealth. Understand that the universe is always providing for you, and that wealth is a flowing, abundant energy that is constantly circulating. When you trust in the universe's ability to provide, you stop worrying about running out of money and start believing that there is always enough. To build this trust, practice affirmations of faith in abundance. Say to yourself, "I trust the universe to always provide for me." When you feel fear or anxiety about money, repeat this affirmation and remind yourself that the universe is always supporting you. Trust that you are always provided for, no matter the circumstances. Taking inspired action is crucial to releasing the fear of losing wealth. Fear keeps us stuck in inaction. We avoid taking steps toward growth or opportunity because we are afraid of losing what we already have. To break free from this, take small, inspired steps toward your goals and trust that the universe will guide you. Whether it's investing in a course, starting a new project, or simply setting financial goals, take action that feels aligned with your desires. When you move forward with faith, you break the cycle of fear and open yourself up to greater prosperity. Living in fear of losing wealth keeps you trapped in a cycle of anxiety, scarcity, and self-sabotage. When you fear losing what you have, you hoard, resist change, and avoid taking opportunity. This fear keeps you closed off to the flow of abundance, and money becomes a source of stress rather than joy. On the other hand, when you trust the flow of abundance, you release your attachment to wealth and embrace the freedom that comes with knowing that the universe will always provide. You stop worrying about losing money and start enjoying the wealth you have. This trust in the universe's abundance creates a positive feedback loop where wealth flows to you effortlessly and you attract even more prosperity. Reflect on your fear of losing wealth and how it has affected your financial life. Comment, I trust the universe to always provide below, and commit to releasing this fear. Practice this affirmation daily for the next 7 days and feel the peace and abundance that comes with trusting in the universe's infinite flow of prosperity. Reprogramming your mind is one of the most powerful and transformative things you can do to align with divine abundance and begin attracting prosperity into your life. The beliefs you hold about money, success, and your worthiness directly impact your reality. By replacing limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts, you can clear the blocks that have kept you stuck in cycles of lack and struggle. This process takes time and effort, but it is absolutely worth it. By consistently practicing the techniques shared in this section, you will begin to shift your mindset and open yourself up to the flow of abundance that is already available to you. Affirmations are a powerful tool for reprogramming the subconscious mind. What we speak consistently shapes our inner beliefs and, ultimately, our external reality. Daily affirmations are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. The more you affirm your new beliefs, the more they take root and grow, gradually replacing old, limiting beliefs. To reprogram your mind to align with abundance, start by creating a set of powerful, wealth-oriented affirmations. For example, I am worthy of divine abundance. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I am aligned with the infinite flow of wealth. Abundance is my divine birthright. I trust that the universe provides all that I need and more. Repeat these affirmations daily, preferably in the morning as you start your day. Say them out loud with feeling, really allowing yourself to believe in the truth of these words. Feel the emotion of abundance as you speak these affirmations, imagining yourself already living in the prosperity and success you desire. Over time, these positive statements will start to replace your old negative thoughts about money and success, and you will begin to see changes in your reality. Meditation is another effective technique for reprogramming your mind. When you meditate, you quiet the noise of the world and tune into your inner wisdom. Meditation helps you disconnect from limiting beliefs and connect with your higher self, where abundance and clarity flow freely. To use meditation to reprogram your mind for abundance, find a quiet place where you can sit comfortably. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths, and allow yourself to relax deeply. Then, focus on your breath, allowing each inhale and exhale to calm your mind and body. As you enter a state of relaxation, visualize yourself living in abundance. See yourself receiving money, opportunities, and success with ease. Feel the gratitude and joy that come with living in financial freedom. As you meditate, you may find that certain limiting beliefs come up. When they do, acknowledge them without judgment, and then gently replace them with a positive belief. For example, if you start thinking, I'll never have enough money, consciously shift that thought to money flows to me effortlessly, and I am worthy of all the wealth the universe has for me. Over time, this practice will reprogram your subconscious mind, aligning you with the energy of abundance. Journaling is an excellent way to clear limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering thoughts. Writing down your thoughts helps bring your subconscious beliefs to the surface, where you can examine them and decide whether they serve you. By consistently journaling, you can reinforce new beliefs that align with abundance and financial success. Start by journaling each day, writing down any limiting beliefs you notice about money. For example, you might write, I believe that money is scarce and hard to earn. After acknowledging this belief, immediately write a new empowering belief that aligns with abundance. Money is abundant and easy to attract into my life. You can also use journaling to visualize your goals and affirm your success. Write down what you want to manifest, describing it in detail. For example, you might write, I am financially free, living in my dream home, traveling the world, and doing work I love. As you write, allow yourself to feel the emotions of already having what you desire. Journaling helps bring your desires into your conscious awareness, reinforcing your belief that abundance is already yours. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for reprogramming your mind and aligning with abundance. When you visualize your goals and dreams, you are sending a clear message to the universe about what you want. Visualization not only helps you stay focused on your goals, but it also helps you align your energy with the vibration of abundance. Each day, take a few minutes to close your eyes and visualize yourself living the life of your dreams. Picture yourself receiving all the wealth, success, and opportunities you desire. See yourself living in a state of abundance, enjoying the freedom that comes with it. Feel the emotions of success as if they are already happening. Imagine the joy, gratitude, and peace that come with financial freedom. The more vivid and real the visualization, the more it will align your energy with abundance. This practice sends a clear message to your subconscious mind that wealth is already yours. Affirmative action means taking intentional, empowered steps toward your financial goals. It's not enough to just think positive or say affirmations. You must also align your actions with the mindset of abundance. When you take action from a place of trust and faith in the universe, you are energetically sending the message that you are ready to receive. For example, if you've been hesitant to raise your prices or ask for a promotion, take action by setting a clear intention to do so. If you've been avoiding your finances, take action by reviewing your budget, tracking your spending, and setting financial goals. Even small steps toward empowering your financial future will align your energy with your desires. Remember that inspired action is the key. Trust your intuition and take steps that feel aligned with your goals. When you take action from a place of empowerment and faith, you are opening the door for the universe to deliver your desires. One of the most effective ways to reprogram your mind is to consistently practice the 10 words, "I am open to receive all the wealth the universe has for me." These words carry a powerful energy of openness, worthiness, and trust in the abundance of the universe. Repeating these words daily will help you release resistance and align yourself with the flow of prosperity. Every day, say these 10 words out loud with conviction and faith. Feel the energy of these words shifting your mindset and aligning you with the divine flow of wealth. The more you say these words, the more you will believe in your own worthiness and ability to receive. The practice of repeating the 10 words is a form of spiritual alignment. It helps you stay focused on your intentions, reinforces your new mindset, and keeps you in the vibration of abundance. When you consistently align with these words, you will start to see the universe respond by delivering the wealth and opportunities you desire. When you stick with your old limiting beliefs of scarcity, fear, and unworthiness, you remain stuck in a cycle of lack. These beliefs keep you trapped in patterns of financial struggle and prevent the flow of prosperity. You may feel frustrated, stuck, and unable to break free from the financial challenges that seem to follow you. On the other hand, when you commit to reprogramming your mind for abundance, you start to see a shift. Your beliefs about money, success, and worthiness begin to change, and abundance starts to flow into your life effortlessly. The universe begins to respond to your energy, bringing opportunities, resources, and wealth your way. Reprogramming your mind is the key to creating lasting transformation in your financial reality. Now that you have learned the practical steps to reprogram your mind, I challenge you to commit to reprogramming your mind for 7 days. Say the 10 words every day. I am open to receive all the wealth the universe has for me. Comment, "I am worthy of divine abundance" below and practice this mindset shift daily. Watch how your life begins to transform when you align your thoughts and actions with divine wealth. As we come to the close of this transformative journey, I want to offer you a blessing of abundance, a blessing that affirms you are worthy of all the wealth the universe has to offer. Know this with every part of your being: you are a divine child of the universe, and prosperity is not just a privilege, but your birthright. I speak this blessing over you. May the flow of divine abundance pour into every corner of your life. May the barriers of scarcity, doubt, and fear melt away, leaving space for limitless prosperity to enter. May your heart be open to receiving all the wealth, success, and opportunities that are aligned with your highest good. You are deserving of everything the universe has in store for you. Trust that it is already on its way. Understand that abundance is not something you have to chase. It is something that is always available to you, waiting for you to open the channels to receive it. By releasing your wealth blocks, you are making space for miracles, opportunities, abundance, and success that will flow effortlessly into your life. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor, bringing you the wealth and prosperity you deserve. Now, I offer you this final affirmation to seal your commitment to living in alignment with divine abundance. I am open to receiving all the wealth the universe has for me. Abundance flows to me effortlessly, and I trust in the divine process of prosperity. Repeat this affirmation every day and know in your heart that you are worthy of the wealth you desire. Let it be the foundation of your new mindset, the affirmation that guides you into a life filled with prosperity and peace. As we close, I encourage you to share this video with others who may benefit from the teachings of divine abundance. Let's spread this message of empowerment and prosperity to those around us. We are all worthy of receiving the wealth that the universe has for us. Continue to practice the 10 words each day. I am open to receive all the wealth the universe has for me. Let them become your daily mantra, your spiritual practice, and your reminder that wealth is always within reach. Trust that every step you take in alignment with divine abundance will bring you closer to the life of prosperity you are meant to live. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey toward divine prosperity. Stay aligned with your worthiness, stay open to the flow of abundance, and continue to step boldly into the unlimited wealth that is yours to receive.